Okay, my name is Kayla Abrams, and I chose to do the service learning project. Um, so my plan, so I am majoring in photography. I work currently as a full-time photographer for UVU athletics. And I didn't graduate. I graduated high school not that long ago, and so I was able to land a really great job out of high school. And I was thinking about how I was able to do that and how it was super beneficial to me is because during high school, I worked really hard at my photography in the yearbook program. I was in yearbook for 4 years as a photographer and was also a editor of photography. And the thing is about yearbook, not everyone in yearbook is a photographer. There are people who specifically are on the team to do pictures, but a lot of people aren't. But usually how it goes is that everyone that's taking yearbook is required to take pictures, and it's hard to try to learn how to use a camera, especially if you don't have a lot of experience. And so I was thinking about how my experience in high school was that it was really hard to learn, especially if you hadn't learned previously. There wasn't a lot of opportunities to, learn how to use your camera, hands-on and stuff. And so I thought about reaching out to a local high school yearbook program and coming in and talking about how to do like a little basics on using a camera, but also talking about how I got my job, just talking about photography in general, helping the teacher however I could with pictures, helping the students like knowing how to use their camera. So yeah, and so that was my plan. I reached out to a local high school. I got in contact with the yearbook advisor. We were emailing back and forth, and we eventually had a meeting in person to work out details. I talked to the vice principal to see if it was okay if I could come in with COVID and everything. Like I told him I get tested a couple times a week for my job, so that kind of stuff. And then I told her at the end of the meeting, I said I would get back in contact to let the teacher know when I was available. Except I had to deal with some really serious health issues, and so I wasn't able to get back to her for, like a week and a half, 2 weeks. And I, emailed her back and said I was really sorry that I couldn't get back to her sooner. I was dealing with some personal health issues that that's why I couldn't get back to her, and I apologized. And I didn't hear back. And then I sent her a final email, and she was just saying that it was kind of hard because she was being a little bit rude in a way. She said she no longer wanted my help. She thought I wasn't being serious, and like there was nothing that I could do for her any longer. So I was a little disappointed, and so I came out with a different plan to try to volunteer for the Springville Art Museum as they were doing their spring salon. I got in contact with someone, and didn't hear back for a little while, and then they said that they didn't need any volunteers. So I came up with a final plan of creating a lesson plan as if I was going to do my original plan, create a PowerPoint, give a lesson, talk about photography, that kind of stuff. And so let me just kind of go over that PowerPoint for a little bit. So, I did like a little introduction to photography, talked about me and my job when I first got a camera, showed some of my pictures, that kind of thing. And then talked about, just how to do pictures, talking about cameras, lighting, like went into settings and everything. So for the duration of this lesson, it was about 40 minutes, which is what the teacher and I had agreed on during that class period. And so, yeah, so I just kind of like went through this, talked about it for a while. I also showed them how to create a portfolio. I showed them my portfolio I submitted to my job in high school, kind of things I would change about it now, talking about social media and how you should make a photography account, that kind of thing. So yeah, that was my service learning project. I feel like it went didn't go how I expected, but I really enjoyed creating this lesson plan and preparing for it, and it was still super fun, and I hope that it it fulfills the service learning project. So thank you.